Heart and Mind by Edith Sitwell, 1887 to 1964. Said the lion to the lioness, "When you are amber dust, no more a raging fire like the heat of the sun, no liking but all lust. Remember still the flowering of the amber blood and bone, the rippling of bright muscles like a sea. Remember the rose-prickles of bright paws. Though the fire of that sun, the heart and the moon-cold bone are one." Said the skeleton lying upon the sands of time, "The great gold planet that is the morning heat of the sun is greater than all gold, more powerful than the tawny body of a lion that fire consumes, like all that grows or leaps. So is the heart. More powerful than all dust. Once I was Hercules or Samson, strong as the pillars of the sea, but the flames of the heart consumed me, and the mind is but a foolish wind." Said the sun to the moon, "When you are but a lonely white crone, and I, a dead king in my golden armour, somewhere in a dark wood. Remember only this of our hopeless love, that never till time is done will the fire of the heart and the fire of the mind be one." Okay, so this is a poem by Edith Sitwell. Let's see. Edith Sitwell was born in Yorkshire into a family of aristocracy. I think her father was a baronet, and I think her mother was related to the Plantagenet line, so they have a history going back. She lived in London, and she's famous as a poet and a critic. So, Heart and Mind. What's this about? Okay, let's see. I think this poem looks at passion. It looks at love, and it's everything is very symbolic. It's you can't take everything literally in this poem. It's considering the difference as well between spiritual existence and physical existence. And I think it's trying to link the ideas of love or eternal love and life and death, and if perhaps love is something that can survive through time. And I think she comes to the conclusion that love, although it can be a very strong emotion, is something that it won't last forever. Yeah, it's something that comes as a great passion and then develops into something else. But maybe it's wondering about whether there's an eternal bond. Let's see, the mood of this poem it's very surreal. There's a lot of imagery, and we've got images of the lion and the lioness and the moon and the sun and a skeleton, talking. So, said the lion to the lioness. Okay, this is, it represents a couple, and I think here the lion and the lioness, this represents passion. It gives the idea of love and there is this conversation between the lion and the lioness, and the lion says to her, when you are amber dust, so when you've died, when you are when you have rotted away, no more a raging fire like the heat of the sun, no liking but all lust. So then you're not this powerful, strong animal. Yeah, no more the raging heat of passion. Yeah, and I think maybe here this is giving the idea that when the body disappears, will love, or this bond between the two of them, continue to exist. Yeah, no liking and all lust. I think here lust is talking about the wild animal side of passion. Yeah. Remember still the flowering of the amber blood and bone, the rippling of bright muscles like a sea. So, let's see. Remember the wonderful times we had. Yeah. The visceral feelings. Yeah. And then I love this simile, the rippling, the moving of bright muscles like a sea. I think this has almost an erotic tone to it. The rippling of the muscles, perhaps during sex. Remember the rose prickles and bright paws. So remember that sex will no longer be possible, but our love will still remain. Yeah, remember those rose prickles of bright paws. So there were good things and bad things. Though the fire of that sun, the heart and the moon cold bone are one. So this is suggesting that the passion and the love, the fire of the sun, is something that will live on, even if the body is no more. Yeah, there's no more raging fire, but love may still live on. Said the skeleton lying upon the sands of time, the great gold planet is the morning heat of the sun. Okay, so here we've got another image. We've got a skeleton lying upon the sands of time. So this is like a skeleton in the desert. Yeah, and I think here perhaps the skeleton is representing the death of love, the death of passion. Yeah, and so notice the use of this word mourning. This is when you are sad because somebody has died, and I think it's playing with the word morning, good morning, as in the sun coming up. So the great gold planet, the earth, or the loved person, is mourning the heat of the sun. Yeah, so I think maybe they're sad. They are sad that that passion has died. Yeah, that the heat of the sun, the heat of passion, has cooled or is cooling. Yeah, and I think the sands of time here, this is talking about that maybe passion can or love can continue on upon the sands of time, even though it's a skeleton. But this skeleton is mourning the powerful emotions at the beginning of a relationship, and this is something much longer lasting. Yeah? And remember, the great gold planet that is mourning the heat of the sun is greater than all gold, more powerful than the tawny body of a lion that fire consumes. So the tawny body of the lion, tawny is brown, the body of the lion, this represents the death or the end of this extreme passionate feelings at the beginning. Yeah, but this is talking about the relationship still carries on. Yeah, the fire of passion has faded, but the bond, the spiritual bond between the two people continues. Yeah, so the great gold planet, the spiritual link, is greater than the passion. Yeah, because passion, like all that grows or leaps, is consumed. So is the heart. So this is talking about the great fiery passion at the beginning of a relationship cannot last, but maybe the spiritual bond does. More powerful than all dust. Once I was Hercules or Samson, strong as the pillars of the sea. So now we've got the imagery of Hercules and Samson, and these are images of strength. But the flames of the heart consumed me, and the mind is but a foolish wind. So here I think this again is saying that the strength of the spiritual bond between two people is something that can last, whereas again the passion, but the flames of the heart consumed me. So this initial strong passion has gone, and passion can make you crazy, can make you do insane things, and the mind is but a foolish wind. So the flames of the heart, this passion at the beginning of a relationship, can make you soft in the head, but then you regain your senses, and perhaps then we have this spiritual bond that endures. Said the sun to the moon, when you are but a lonely crone, and I a dead king in my golden armour somewhere in a dark wood. So now we've got the image of the sun and the moon, and a dead king in armour who died some time away in a dark wood. So let's see, this is saying when you are old, when the passion has gone, when the dead king, yeah, in golden armour, which represents their long-term spiritual love, yeah, and this focuses on after the point where they are dead, or when they are extremely old age. In extreme old age, notice a crone, an ugly old woman. Yeah, so here we've got the image of the relationship or life moving on. Remember only this of our hopeless love, that never till time is done will the fire of the heart and the fire of the mind be one. So here, the fire of the heart, this is the passion at the beginning of the relationship, and the fire of the mind is the spiritual bond. Yeah, and what the poem is saying is that these two things are not the same. Yeah, lust and passion at the beginning, but will that develop into an eternal spiritual bond or not? Yeah, and these are two different things. So quite a complex poem there. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Heart and Mind by Edith Sitwell.